Nice one, guys. Well, good luck out there.
Good sailing.
Take it steady. Yeah. On what? Good amount of wind out there, isn't there? We'll see you drifting around on the start line, eh? It was really worth all that rushing earlier on now, wasn't it, eh? Yeah, we're thinking about the fish and chips and down the pub, really.
Kinsale was pretty good. We got there and we managed to find the boys from Freebirds sat at the bar, all freshly clean shaven. We were a couple of hours behind them, or an hour and a half behind them, and just it was more important to get the boat tied up and head to the bar and grab some food. So we were looking a little rougher than they were, but it was good to meet with the guys. That started a good relationship that we had all the way around, of bumping into them in all the restaurants, bars and cafes. The rat packs, which we first used on the powerboat race. Self-heating bag. When we prepared them, so they came in a cardboard box, and so we took them all the packaging out, and then we wrapped them up with different colour electrical tapes to flavour them, or figure out which flavour was which. And obviously the red was for the curry. Tastes pretty good actually. For rough weather, perfect solution.
Supper for two. Fantastic. Well done. There the boys on Spliff. Started just ahead of us. We managed to overtake them, but I think they're just coming back to slip past us in a moment. Roaring 40. 8.8 knots. A little bit faster than we are. Miles to go before we get to Barra, 142 miles. On reefing the jib, and who knows where anyone else is. Haven't seen anyone for a long time. Barra Head. It's Saturday morning, so we're looking at expecting to have done this leg in about 60 hours. Oh. And occasionally there's a nasty one of those to catch you out. 3 Class 40s just behind us.
Old Barra Head, first light, we could see a couple of Class 40s on the AIS just behind us. And nobody in front of us. And for a little moment I thought we might be in with a chance of actually being first boat home here.
They move around.
Okay, this is even not going to work on a catamaran, and I'll show you why. Yeah. We go outside, and that's the view behind us. And This is the view in front of us. I reckon that Rupert. I don't know about this getting wet business.
We were just hit by quite a large gust of wind going up the Irish coast. It was blowing about 25 knots, probably picking up to close to 30 when we got hit by this big gust. And I went down below and suddenly noticed that the starboard hull, there was a rather large amount of water rushing around in it, which was a little bit shocking at the time. Fitting had sheared off of the saltwater pump for the galley, which had effectively turned this pump on. So it pumped a very small part of the Atlantic Ocean into a very large part of the boat, probably taking on a good couple of tons of weight again.
This time the ballast was on the right side.
It was.
That was about the only benefit of this occasion.
Initially that's not a problem because it's contained within a series of bulkheads, but it had overflowed from the contained area into where the fuel tank was and somehow got into the fuel system. So this then affected the engine because we had water in the fuel. Because our generator is on that engine, it then affected, you know, the power that we could charge. And we also had the diesel stove on that side, so we basically found ourselves pretty much without, intermittently we got it to run without charging facilities and cooking facilities, which meant no tea, which is disastrous in Rupert's case, I would imagine.
Absolutely.
We didn't have electric bilge pumps, but we had a manual bilge pump fitted, and this was a standard production boat bilge pump fitted to many boats. But on the third pump, the actual bilge pump itself fell to pieces in my hand. I was not particularly impressed and quite upset that, you know, you could get 3 pulls out of a pump, which is brand new. We then realised we couldn't actually fit a bucket down into the bilge, which then left us with a saucepan. So we had to fill the bucket with the saucepan and the baler, and then put it into the sink and bail away basically. So this probably cost us another hour or so. But an interesting and a good experience. Part of going on a trip like this is to find out which equipment works well and what doesn't. So you can make sure that you can build boats better than you ever have done before.
You're pumping, I literally threw the hatch away. I have no idea how I've done with it. I'm now having to sort through it to try and find the bits that in a panic were literally fell.
County Mayo.
County Mayo.
Where I did the logical fieldwork as an undergraduate over 40 years ago.
40 years ago. You didn't realise you'd be racing round here again. Doesn't look too rough under there at the moment, but every time we put a reef in, the speed drops down and before we should pull it out, every time we pull it out, the wind comes up and we have to put it back in again. So we're just going gentle at the moment. Tracks of the days already. Well, on the way to Barra day. Saturday. Oh, Saturday. Eating a bacon sandwich, which we've just cooked while having a windward tussle with cold fusion. There's things there like rocks to avoid. Rocks. Rocks with seagulls on them.
Castlebay approaches, just come out to the finish line.
We've had a really good run up that way as we zoomed in on flat water, cruising along at 18 knots on a tight reach. We thought this is really good.
How was it then, Dan?
actually, as we finished the line and we got round the corner to the anchorage, there were, I think, 3 boats ahead of us, a couple of Class 40s and Paradox. But when we got ashore, did our declaration, we were in first place in the Multimarines. So, yeah, very good leg.
Is that shore support in Barra? Or is it drinking support?
One of Dan's old school friends lived on Harris, which was slightly further north than Barra, but he came down with a friend of his and took us on a tour of the island, which was great. We went to the Barra International Airport, which is on the beach. The tide goes out and the aeroplanes land on the sand. Saw some beautiful beaches, well worth a visit. I'd like to go back there another time.